Hi everyone, we're going to solve the equation tan of 2 theta plus 2 cosine of theta equals 0 on the interval 0 to 2 pi. The first thing let's do is go ahead and write tan of 2 theta in terms of sine and cosine. So this will be sine of 2 theta divided by cosine of 2 theta plus 2 cosine of theta and equals 0. Now let's get our common denominator, which is cosine of 2 theta. So we have sine of 2 theta plus 2 cosine of theta times cosine of 2 theta. And I'm just, if I want cosine of 2 theta here, I have to also multiply it here. That's all I did. Now from here, we set this to 0. If you cross multiply, this goes away. So now we only have to deal with the numerator. And I'm going to expand this using my double angles. So I have 2 sine of theta, cosine of theta, and then plus 2 cosine of theta. And now what I'm going to do is for this one, I'm going to use 1 minus 2 sine squared of theta, because that's going to help me factor. So let's write that. I'm going to substitute cosine of 2 theta for 1 minus 2 sine squared of theta equals 0. All right, from there, let's factor out 2 cosine of theta. So if I factor out 2 cosine of theta, I'm going to get sine of theta plus 1 minus 2 sine squared of theta equals 0. Now, what I can do is rewrite this. I'm going to simplify this. This would be negative 2 sine squared of theta plus sine of theta plus 1. But if I pull out a negative here, I shouldn't have put a parentheses. This would be negative 2 cosine of theta. And if you pull out a negative, this is going to be, this changes this to a minus and this to a minus. Should have left the extra step. So, and I'll pull this negative in front. So basically what we have is negative 2 cosine of theta times 2 sine squared of theta minus sine of theta minus 1 equals 0. Now that's why I chose this, because now we have this quadratic that I can factor. So this is going to be negative 2 cosine of theta, and I'll factor this as 2 sine of theta plus 1 times sine of theta minus 1 equals 0. So we basically have 3 pieces here, 1, 2, 3, that we set to 0. We have, let's do this one first, 2 sine of theta plus 1 equals 0. So that means sine of theta equals, subtract the 1, divide by 2. And then for this piece, we have negative 2 cosine of theta equals 0. If you divide both sides by negative 2, you just get cosine of theta equals 0. And then for this piece, we're going to get sine of theta minus 1 equals 0. So we have sine of theta equals 1. From here, we're left with just finding our angles. So where is sine of theta negative 1/2? That means where's your y negative 1/2? It happens here and here. So that's going to be at, theta is going to be 7 pi divided by 6 here and here. And 11 pi divided by 6. for cosine of 0. Cosine is a 0 at right here. That's where your x is 0. So that would be pi divided by 2, comma 3 pi divided by 2. And where is sine 1? Sine is 1 at pi divided by 2. So if you want, you can go around and just list them in order. So your, let's use this color, your angles would all total pi divided by 2, because we already had 2 of them here. So cross those out. Then we had 7 pi divided by 6. And then we had, so we're just going around the circle here. 7 pi divided by 6, 3 pi divided by 2, and 11 pi divided by 6. And those are your 4 solutions. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.